Now you may want to put a mat out to make it softer. We're going to go to the hamstring curl. We'll get Michelle to lie down. The bottom of the loops, you want them to be about 8 inches off the ground. In this position, roll right back onto the ground and drive both heels up and inside, and now you're ready to go. Okay, elevate those hips, pull the heels under. You really want to dorsiflex those toes or pull them towards the knees. If you keep your toes pointed, you'll find that your calves might cramp. Lift those hips. The higher you lift the hips, the harder this exercise is. So you want to make it a little bit easier. You can actually drop them right to the ground and just pull those heels in from that position. Excellent job. Michelle can do a lot more than that though, so we're going to get her hips off the ground. Try and lift those hips up a little bit higher. Nice and slow. Go nice and slow. Drive it in. Look at the range of motion Michelle is getting. She's pulling her knees right into my hand, past her waistline. That's perfect form. Again, try to keep up with that counter, but don't feel like you have to. We've got 15 seconds. Let's push them a little bit harder. Pull the hips up. Pull the hips as you do it. Last 15. That's it. Don't have to go faster. Just pull those hips up, 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 up. You may feel this in your back extensions as well. They're working pretty hard in this position. Excellent. And rest. Leave your heels in the system. We get to rest in this whole position. That should let your heart rate come down a little bit. This one is called the hip abduction. What we're going to do is elevate the hips. You're going to feel that back work again, and you're just going to be bringing your legs out wide and then back together. All right, got about 3 more seconds. You ready for this one? Excellent. Let's have those hips up, press them out, pull them back. Good. You're going to feel this in a few places. You might feel in your lower back because you're really working into extension. As well, the glutes are really working hard to drive those hips apart. Excellent. Get as much range as you can. Really try and drive out with that foot. Perfect job. Another way to elevate this to make it a little bit more difficult is just to bring your hands up so they're behind your head. Excellent. That puts more stress on the low back, more stress on the glutes, means that your upper body can't help the action. You can bring your arms back down, Michelle. Last 20 seconds. Keep it driving. She's doing a great job here. I bet her glutes are burning a little bit, yes? That's it. Keep everything tight, everything tight. Last 10 seconds. Last 10 seconds, and then we get to move your upper body. Come on now, you can do it. 5 more seconds and we get to go to your upper body. Excellent job. Down and rest. Let's get your feet out of the system and stand up. You're going to want to lengthen your system all the way out. To lengthen it, we'll just grab onto the buckles and just pull it straight out that way, bringing it over here. We're moving on to the chest press. I'd like you to take a nice wide stance with your feet, leaning in against it, making sure that these aren't rubbing against your shoulders. Lower yourself down into like a push-up or a chest press. Excellent job. Notice as Michelle is doing this, the strap is never rubbing against her arms. The TRX is just hovering above those arms the whole time. If you find that it's rubbing against your arms, chances are your hands are too low, and that's why they're doing it. Move your hands up. Your shoulders will work a little bit harder, but they won't rub. If you find it's too difficult, just adjust your foot position. If Michelle moves these feet just forward a little bit, it'll make it quite a bit easier. All right, Michelle, 25 seconds to go. Excellent job. Michelle's form is perfect. Again, she's not lowering with her head. That's a very common mistake. You want those ears, shoulders, hips, knees, ankles, all in a perfect straight line. Last 10 seconds. At this point, your shoulders and chest are probably starting to burn a little bit. Really try and fight through it. We're almost there. Last repetition right here, Michelle. Straight down, straight up. Beautiful job. All right, we're moving on to the low back row. For this, we want to shorten the system all the way up. You can shorten that side. I'll do this one. You want to grab onto those handles, lean back against them, and for this, you can take a nice deep stance. You'll be pretty strong for this exercise. All right, lower yourself straight down and pull yourself up. Good. Not too much of a hip movement, just a little bit. You can do this 2 different ways. Keep your body perfectly straight, as Michelle is doing now. Notice her chin is nice and high. She's not cranking forward with her chin. Pulling straight in and out, that's great movement speed. If we want to make this exercise a little bit more functional, we can preload it with just a little drop of the hips, just a little one, not a big one, just a little one right there, and then drive up. That engages the extensors and lets the back and the extensors all work together. If you do that, you'll find the exercise a little bit easier. You might have to move a little steeper. Let's go steeper for the last few seconds. We've got 20 seconds to go, Michelle. Keep those knees nice and straight. Drop the hip, boom, and drive it up. Don't use momentum, just drop it to engage. Ah, that's perfect. Excellent form. We've got 5 seconds to go. One more repetition right here. Brilliant work. All right, we're done with the chest and back. It's onto the shoulders. Still facing the system, we're going to want to lengthen all the way out. And we're going to work up into that high Y repetition. I know you know where to put your hands in that Y position.